Hi everyone, I'm attorney Aiden Durham with 180 Law Co. in Colorado, and you're watching All Up in Your Business. In this episode of All Up in Your Business, I'm going to give you guys some tips on getting a credit card and establishing credit for your new business. But first, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share, and check the description for links to additional information and resources, such as my online tool that allows you to set up a new business online in any state, or to download my free guide on how to pay yourself in a single member LLC. So when we're talking credit cards and credit for your new business, it's always going to start with the question of your personal credit. You probably already know, but there are three major credit reporting bureaus for personal credit. They're Equifax, TransUnion, and Experian. If you have auto loans, personal credit cards, a mortgage, something like that, then you've probably already started building your credit and your credit score. Factors like the number of credit accounts, the types of accounts, how much credit is used compared to how much is available, the length of your credit history, and your payment history all play into your credit score and how lenders are going to evaluate your credit worthiness. But it's a different situation when it comes to business credit. Like personal credit, there are business credit bureaus like Experian Business, Equifax Business, and Dun & Bradstreet, which is the primary credit reporting agency for business credit. Getting business credit is going to be a lot easier if you have good personal credit. And when I say good credit, I generally mean somewhere in the 700s or better. But don't worry, there are ways to get credit for your business even if you don't have good credit personally. If you have good personal credit, lenders are typically going to make lending decisions off of your personal credit score and credit limits. They're going to check your credit score and credit history, but in a lot of cases, the business credit won't be reported on your personal credit unless you default on the payments. If your business is very new, you may still be required to personally guarantee that debt or, the credit card, even if you have good credit too. So getting business credit is usually going to be an easy process if you have good personal credit, like I said, but you can still get credit for your business even if you have bad personal credit. It's just going to require a little extra legwork and may take a bit longer. The first step in establishing business credit is to set up a business. I know, groundbreaking, right? But seriously, if you are trying to obtain credit for something separate from yourself personally, then you need to have a business that is separate from yourself personally. This can be an LLC or a corporation. That part doesn't particularly matter. So you'll file either the Articles of Organization or Articles of Incorporation with the Secretary of State's office in your state. Then you're going to want to get an EIN or Employer Identification Number from the IRS. This is super important in getting credit for your business. The EIN is like the Social Security number for your business, and it's going to be used in a very similar way. You'll also want to draw up the operating agreement or bylaws for your LLC or corporation. A lot of banks or financial institutions are going to want to see copies of these documents before they'll establish any kind of account for your business. Not always, but most. It's also a good idea to have everything else for your business official. So set up your website, social media accounts, dedicated email addresses, phone numbers, and so on. This may not always play a huge role, but it's going to help you in establishing business credit if you can demonstrate that you're actually operating a real legit business. Once that's all set up, you're going to want to open a business checking account. Now, I recommend opening a checking account with whichever bank or institution you want to get a credit card through. So if you're looking to get a credit card through Chase, open a business checking account with Chase. Or if you have a long history with a certain bank for your personal accounts, then look into opening a business account with them. If you have bad credit, then the best thing you can do is leverage any existing relationships you have personally with banks. A lot of banks are going to offer some kind of credit right off the bat when opening a business checking account. If they do, then take it. They've already evaluated you and run your credit, and this is your best opportunity to start building credit for your business. If you don't get those offers right away, don't get too discouraged. Some banks want to see deposits and transactions on the account before they start offering credit. You can also explore other lending options. PayPal and Square, for example, offer small business loans to their customers. I mean, if you're going to be accepting online payments for your business anyway, you can use one of these payment platforms like Square or PayPal. And once they start seeing consistent transactions on the accounts and deposits, you may be eligible for those loans. The super important thing here is to make sure you're opening business accounts though with PayPal and Square, and that they're tied to your business's EIN. You do not want to use your personal accounts if you're trying to establish business credit. Finally, if getting a credit card or a loan through a financial institution isn't working for you, you can begin establishing credit for your business through vendor accounts, but only if the vendor is going to report your payments to the business credit reporting bureaus. Some companies like Quill and Staples, for example, allow you to purchase supplies on credit and your payments that get reported to the credit bureaus. Once you're able to establish some kind of credit, regardless of what it is, the number one most important thing moving forward is to make all of your payments on time. This goes for your personal and business credit. Make sure that you continue working to improve your personal credit, because that's still going to be the biggest factor in getting a credit card for your business. As you start establishing that credit history for your business, you'll see the credit card and lending offers start to pour in more regularly. That's all for this episode, folks. Drop a comment below. Let me know what you think. And again, don't forget to check the description for links to additional information and resources. Thank you all so much for watching. I'm Aiden Durham, and I'll see you next time.